Yo, right here in the small box. But yes, Spotify got hacked. And I want to see what's going on with this, all right? I heard about it. I read an article on it, but I want to see what Curtis King has to say about it. I'm so curious. I'm locked in. Let's go ahead and get started because this is bad news. Let me just say that this is bad news. Whoever hacked Spotify, they took a lot of information that they can use to allegedly start a global offline DSP where everybody can use it, and you're literally taking out the middleman, which is the business in this. Allegedly. All right? That's based on what I've learned, but I want to see where Curtis King's going to go with this. So let's go ahead and lock in and get started, all right? Let's make it happen. You, right here in the small box, Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got Curtis King with us, so let's go ahead and lock in and get started. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the situation. Drop a comment down below because this is actually a very serious situation. If you remember the video that I did a reaction to a couple days back where we're talking about there's a thing that has been created to take out streaming and major labels. And then I'm hearing this news. We got a problem. This is not good at all. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And let's go ahead and lock in, bro. Let's see what's going on.
DIY.
Oh no, DIYers. Spotify got hacked.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Home Alone face. This story was reported on many different platforms, and apparently Spotify got hacked by a hacker group with a very specific goal in mind. I first saw this story here on whatdidimiss' page, and he's going to give you a good introduction of what this is. Let's read the caption first. It says, "This isn't just a Spotify problem, it's a wake-up call for the entire streaming era. We told y'all."
Go ahead and zoom in on this for y'all. This isn't just a Spotify problem, it's a wake-up call for the entire streaming era. When catalogs, DRM, and access get stress-tested at this scale, the real question becomes who actually controls music in the digital age. News like this might seem boring, but when it affects something that we all care about, which is music, this is a problem. This is a problem. Let me just say that. Just think about everything that you got on your phone right here. Everything that is digital can just be taken away and wiped away just like that. They can take all your work. They can either copy it, delete it, or make them take control over it, rendering you useless. You're just a name with no product. They can literally hack you and take your name from you. This, bro, I don't think people realize everything on Spotify can be downloaded. Let me just say that. Everything on Spotify, every song, podcast, whatever, can be downloaded. There are downloaders out there specifically for downloading music off of Spotify. Now, a lot of people might wonder, why would I want to do that? Well, with this shift that we're going through right now, you might want to take what you can get, especially for some DJs out there. They want high quality tracks. Just download it off Spotify. You're getting a high quality track right there. If people don't realize, you can download playlists as long as it doesn't exceed over 100 songs. You can download a whole playlist just like that, and you can just add it to your phone or wherever you want to keep it. A lot of DJs use this method so they can have the stems because they need the stems to mix properly. Let's just get that out the way. This is a big effing problem.
When catalogs, DRM, and access get stress tested at this scale, the real question becomes who actually controls music in the digital age. To understand what he means, let's hear what he had to say.
Breaking news, Spotify gets scraped.
Big shakeup in the music tech world today. According to Billboard, a pirate activist group has scraped Spotify's music library, allegedly accessing metadata from 256 million rows of tracks, potentially up to 86 million audio files.
Who do they think they are? AI companies? Who do you think you guys are? You think you're some kind of AI company that can do that with the help of the government, even though it's illegal to do it? Who do you think you are? Suno?
I'm dead.
Wow. Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now
Go
back
ahead
to the
and hit
video.
that like button real quick.
Data dump is reportedly being prepared for distribution via peer-to-peer torrent networks, totaling as much as 300 terabytes. Spotify says it's actively investigating, confirming that a third party scraped public metadata and used illicit methods to circumvent DRM, gaining access to some audio files.
Okay, I got two questions about this so far. You're trying to tell me the same Spotify that has been telling artists, specifically independent artists, that your music is being botted because of their high-tech systems that is able to detect bot activity, wasn't able to save their own ass when somebody came to hack them? You mean the same Spotify that has Daniel Ek taking hundreds of millions of dollars out because, hey, it's payday, doesn't have the type of security necessary to protect the very art on the
Stop the cap.
page? This is fishy. This is fishy. You know, there was a part of me that wondered, with all the advancements in AI and all of the sort of the elbowing that they're doing into the conversation, I wondered if there would be sort of a rogue group that would pop up like this. Something about this just doesn't feel, you know, my spidey senses is tingling in a different way, but I'm gonna let them finish it off.
As for now, Spotify maintains that only metadata, not the music itself, has been released, but the implications are already massive.
300 terabytes. And the reason I have my suspicions is because I feel like Spotify has been on a very obvious campaign to rid the platform of as much unnecessary music, whatever they deem as unnecessary, as much unnecessary human contributed music as possible, so that they can populate it with more AI-based music by their producers like Johan Rohr, allegedly. So I think they've been doing things like the threshold system. Even if it's not getting rid of them physically from the platform, it is definitely to pay them less. So when I see something like this, it's like, oh no, how did we get hacked? Yeah, how did you get hacked?
Industry analysts warn this could theoretically allow someone to recreate a personal offline version of Spotify.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Say it again.
How did we get hacked? Yeah, how did you get hacked?
Industry analysts warn this could theoretically allow someone to recreate a personal offline version of Spotify.
You mean like that?
Nah, Jordan, this isn't a rollout. This is a crisis. This is a complete crisis. Let me play that last part one more time.
Someone to recreate a personal offline version of Spotify.
What the hell did I say at the beginning of this video? It's going to be a personal offline Spotify, but when you really sit and think about it, it's going to be at a global scale where anybody can use it. They're taking away the music from the people that have the library at our fingertips. Just imagine this whole time they had all the music and it was right there. And now they just got hacked. Just think about that for a second. For the whole time Spotify has been out, look at the whole timeline from when it started to today in 2025. And it just got hacked. And now somebody can make an offline version. What do you think if you make an offline version means? That means anybody can use the shit. Man. Oh my God. This is a maximum level crisis.
You mean like Napster? Oh shit, this shit. Hey, we back into the early 2000s. We about to get another master, baby.
with the only real barriers being copyright law and enforcement. The group behind the scrape, Anna's Archive, claims the move is about preserving humanity's culture, framing Spotify's catalog as a starting point for a global music archive. Now, the bottom line here is this isn't just about piracy. It's a stress test for streaming, DRM, and the entire digital music economy, raising serious questions about control, ownership, and what access really means in 2026. Story developing.
Interesting. So they took it upon themselves to create.
When was the last time y'all had y'all paid for Spotify? When was the last time we all paid for Spotify, bruh? I'm curious. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Because, oh, Jesus. Just think about it like this. And I've been explaining the whole time, but like I just want to say it like this now. When you go on Spotify, whatever song that is on Spotify that you can play, you can either have the free version with ads or you can have the paid version with no ads. But what if they just took away everything? Ownership is in question. And if ownership is in question, that means the labels are in question. Because if it's that easy to take away a song, just imagine how easy it is to just not deal with any of these labels. Because the DSPs are the bread and butter for a lot of these labels. Remember what I said, there's a thing created that can get streaming out of here and major labels out of here, and then Spotify got hacked, and a hacker group that hacked them said they wanted to make a global DSP, basically, that's offline. Crisis.
Story developing.
Interesting. So they took it upon themselves to create, I guess, a massive archive of human music, because for the first time, the idea of human music is threatened, obviously, with AI and the abusive ways that these companies have been maneuvering, the UDOs and the Sunos and other startups that have popped up. It is interesting to see someone say, hey, we want to make sure that we do everything in our power to create this archive. I got the article up there by them, but I want to go ahead and go through this because I think it does a great job of visually representing what's going on here. So it says a piracy group named Anna's Archive has scraped and uploaded Spotify's entire music catalog. The scrape includes 256 million rows of track metadata, 86 million audio files to be distributed on a peer-to-peer network in bulk torrents, totaling roughly 300 terabytes. If you got a computer with 300 terabytes,
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
you could pretty much have every damn song that exists on Spotify, if I'm reading this correctly. Right now, only metadata is fully available. The music files are being released gradually. Oh, so it's happening in real time. Starting with the most popular tracks, Anna's Archive frames the project as a preservation archive for music. So like a time capsule? This morning, a Spotify spokesperson released the following statement. Crazy. Get that off, though. There's a Twitter account that says Spotify music library scraped by pirate activist group and made available as a torrent. We're literally back in the torrent days. This is insane.
Nah, let me zoom in on this, bro. Let me zoom in on this. Do you understand how long it's been since I used a torrent? Yo, y'all remember when we used to use torrents to download movies and games? Y'all remember when we used to use the torrents to get the ripped versions of like major applications like Photoshop? You would have to use the torrents to find the Photoshop files so you can use Photoshop. Bro, Spotify music library is scraped by pirate activist group and made available as a torrent. They took away they took their library and made it as a torrent for anybody to download. Holy shit.
Includes 86 million audio files now circulating in bulk. That is crazy. This, I believe, is on Threads. It says, someone said, just say what AI companies say. I only downloaded all that copyrighted content for training my competing product. Seems to work for them. Oh, God, it has. Wow. Submitting your music is now easier.
LimeWire is a torrent low key. I don't disagree. Oh my God.
For Critique My Beats than it's ever been. Let me tell you about it. Now we're using a platform called Nero. One song, one pass, $25. No extra tears and no more confusion. Just simply upload your music to Nero and we'll play it live. You'll also be able to see your place in line. And if you're short on time and you want to see it live, we also have a skip the line button finally.
Damn.
And just know it's the same honest, helpful, and real-time feedback that you've always wanted from me and the DIYer community. So hit that link below, reserve your spot, and I'll see you live on Critique My Beats. Well, let's go here to Anna's archive and let's see if we can get a little bit more information. Some of this is, you know, it reads like it's trying to be a little bit vague, but this says we backed up Spotify metadata and music files. It's distributed in bulk torrents, 300 terabytes, grouped by popularity. The release includes the largest publicly available music metadata database with 256 million tracks and 186 million unique IRCs. If you don't get it, IRC codes are literally like the digital footprint. That is how you identify sort of the DNA of a song. Wherever that IRC code goes, you're able to track whatever that song is doing digitally online. If it gets played on internet radio, if it gets played or streamed in different platforms, that ISRC code is very important. Most distributors provide that to the artist, but some artists like myself independently have access to our own ISRC codes. I think I got 10,000 for $99 or something like that. I'll do a video on it soon. It goes on to say, it's the world's first preservation archive for music which is fully open, meaning it can easily be mirrored by anyone with enough disk space. Oh my God. With 86 million music files representing around 99.6% of listens. Isn't that ironic? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? The answer to piracy could possibly be dealing with one of its biggest crises because of piracy. That's what y'all evil ass get. Anna's archive normally focuses on text, books, and papers. We explain in the critical window of shadow libraries that we do this because text has the highest information density, but our mission, preserving humanity's knowledge and culture, doesn't distinguish among media types. Sometimes an opportunity comes along outside of text. This is such a case. A while ago, we discovered a way to scrape Spotify at scale. You scrape me, I scrape you? Crazy. We saw a role for us here to build a music archive primarily aimed at preservation. Generally speaking, music is already fairly well preserved. There are many music enthusiasts in the world who digitize their...
They're literally breaking down how useless Spotify is. For anybody that don't understand all these words, they're literally breaking it down word for word, bar for bar, how useless Spotify is. How useless DSPs are, but they made themselves useful by taking the one thing that they need to be useful. Take the music away from Spotify. Spotify is literally nothing. We're not gonna go to Spotify to watch a podcast episode when we got YouTube right here. Which is why YouTube is going to be a very big media source in the coming future, where there's only two right now that's working. It's Netflix and YouTube. That's going to be the future of all this. DSPs are actually useless. And they spent this whole article breaking it down as to why. That's crazy. You're going to take their product and then begin to ether them. Buddy. This is, crisis mode level 10 for Spotify right now.
their CDs and LP collections. We're going to talk about the popularity, the rising popularity. If you did not know, for the 19th straight year, vinyl has risen in sales.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You know, there's something really endearing about knowing that you're going to be able to preserve and keep the thing that you paid for. And there won't be...
Oh, shoot. Yo, Connor, you're right. It's 7 p.m. for me. So that means it's 12 a.m. for you. So, yo, Merry Christmas, bro. Merry Christmas. I hope you got presents. I hope you got some presents, but Merry Christmas, bro. Real talk. And Merry Christmas to anybody out there that's not in North America right now, because we still in Christmas Eve, all right? Let's make it clear.
Songs missing from the project you paid for, or there won't be subscription changes that take away your access to this supposed music that you had in your ownership. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. However, these existing efforts have some major issues. Over focus on the most popular artists. There is a long tail of music which only gets preserved when a single person cares enough to share it, and such files are often poorly seeded. Over focus on the highest possible quality. Since these are created by audiophiles with high-end equipment and fans of a particular artist, they chase the highest possible file quality. This inflates the file size and makes it hard to keep a full archive of all music that humanity has ever produced. No authoritative list of torrents aiming to represent all music ever produced. So they have scraped this joint, and they have a manifesto. They have a plan. They have a plan for preservation, because it seems like Spotify was absolutely heading in a direction of disintegrating the contributions of human beings that have been responsible for the foundation, the most important product that anybody ever goes to a Spotify for, which is music. Well, it's my first time hearing about the group, and this is really interesting. I really want to see how this plays out. In a related story, as I said, this is the 19th year in a row that vinyl has not only surpassed CD, but it just continues to rise in sales. I thought this particular post on Post Style was really, really good. Washington Post. In the actual caption, they said, since the 2010, streaming has dominated media consumption, and with that, sales of DVDs and CDs have sunk. Yet discs are still circulating in retail, and in some cases, demand is reviving. Discogs, an online market.
Yo, let's go, Jordan. Jordan with the membership gift. That's wild. Hey, Jordan, you girl, you amazing. Anybody ever tell you that? We appreciate you over here at the Flex Mob. You hear me? The Flex Mob Network greatly appreciates you for sure. Wow. And J Tom caught that one. Cheese.
Place for physical music, where users can also catalog their personal collections, saw CD purchases increase 8% so far this year over the last year. The trend is driven by...
Bro, it's so scary. Oh my God, don't y'all remember when for the people that's been here, don't you remember when we talked about that video and we were talking about how CDs and DVDs are making a comeback? Oh my God. Yo, physical products are making a comeback in music. Holy crap, that's crazy. Literally, like, I'm actually losing my mind right now. Like, yo, shout out to ZG Products, bro, or CG Productions, bro. Real talk, Zoo Gang, for real. But this, I never thought I'd see the day, bro. Yo, somebody bring back Blockbuster. Somebody bring back Blockbuster. Blockbuster about to have they shine again. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am in awe right now.
In the actual caption, they said, since the 2010, streaming has dominated media consumption, and with that, sales of DVDs and CDs have sunk. Yet discs are still circulating in retail, and in some cases, demand is reviving. Discogs, an online marketplace for physical music where users can also catalog their personal collections, saw CD purchases increase 8% so far this year over the last year. The trend is driven by Gen Z looking for the novelty of vintage media on disc, as well as collectors and millennials itching to ditch their pricey streaming services, experts say. What do I always say? Humans are illogical. In a time period where these Gen Zers have access to some of the most cutting edge technology, they just don't feel like it. They feel less human. They feel less in touch with the very music. I'm sure they're hearing about the experiences that their mom and dad had at concerts, the feeling of opening up a CD, the sort of dopamine spike you got from smelling some of the chemicals. That sounds crazy. Smelling the chemicals off of the booklet, right? Going through page by page and seeing your fingerprints left on there.
Nigga, I was mid-sip, man. What the hell wrong with you? And Jordan, it's a very lovely Christmas gift for sure.
Reading through, all the production credits and the writers and looking at the amazing photography that went into it, being able to pick the CD up and look at the back of it. Like, there's so many things to it that it sounds mad to somebody who's never experienced it, but for those who know, you know. DVDs and CDs are making a comeback. It says Dan Levine, this is his collection, I guess, loves watching his guests light up when they see his DVD-lined bookcases and drawers in his apartment. The 30-year-old estimates he has over 500 DVDs, and that's not including his modest collection of CDs, VHS tapes, vinyl records, cassettes, and 8-tracks. You know how important that is? Especially in a time where you do have AI. I'm sorry everything keeps coming back to AI, but it does. In a time where you look at a TV show like Friends or you look at a TV show like A Different World, I only use that because I saw these were both TV shows that have been manipulated. I saw a scene from Friends where they're testing out something either on Netflix or on another platform where they'll be able to do product placements of products that didn't exist at the time that Friends was being aired on TV. So you're gonna get one of the damn characters holding up a Mountain Dew cold red. That shit went out. That shit went out.
Hey, Connor, take care of yourself, bro. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Happy holidays, dude. We appreciate you over here, all right? Never forget that.
A Different World. I saw they had a scene where those of us who enjoy that show love how much it's nostalgic to us, right? We don't want to see a upgraded Jasmine Guy face. Not even upgraded, just a 4K'd Jasmine Guy face. She fine as hell as she is. And then you look at the back at the posters, and the posters have writing that don't even make any sense. That shit say college. Nobody asked for this shit. Literally nobody said, I wish I could read that poster in the back. Nobody said that shit, and they still gave it to us. So having this physical media where you cannot change it after it's in our possession is so important, because also, too, niggas be changing information, too. Hello. Ted Streifus, chair of the Department of Media Studies at the University of Colorado at Boulder, said this: being able to physically display media artifacts tells people something about who you are and your identity. That just does not translate into the world of streaming. Yeah, sure, you got playlists on streaming. Sure, you have, the year-end wrap-ups where you can talk about the artists that you listen to the most. It's not the same as that Sade vinyl that you see hanging up here after every episode. There's a certain aesthetic, a certain temperature.
Man, just imagine if I had, like, some vinyls or some CDs that will take up this whole area. Like, just take up this whole surface area. I got like a bunch of vinyls that I've gotten just all displayed here. Bro, man, that would be dope. Oh my goodness.
That occurs in the room when you see that. There's a certain type of understanding that you have. I wish you could see from this angle. I got Jay Dilla here on the wall. I got my vinyl here on the wall. Just the appreciation for art. I got my homie Thurs up here. The appreciation for physical media and the stories that they tell through these pictures, through these photographs. Yeah, streaming is cool. Okay, it's convenient, but it's still not the illogical human experiences that, I don't care what generation you're a part of, you crave. So this is a great point. It goes on to say, for Robin Johnson and her family, the DVD and CD aisle at a thrift store is her favorite section. I ain't gonna lie to you. Thank God my Xbox still plays DVDs. You know what I'm saying? Thank God we found a DVD player. I don't forget where we got that DVD player for. It might have been like a thrift shop. Because, dog, the reliability of knowing that I can go to them little $5 bins and get like my favorite movies in a pack. I think I got like 4 Spike Lee movies for $10. I'm sorry, Spike, but that deal was too damn good to look away. Her son, Max, 14, and daughter, Sailor, who's 15, don't have smartphones or fettered access to streaming services. So they love the thrill of adding to their collections. That's a beautiful thing. Part of it is ownership of it. Like, we don't actually own whatever is on Netflix, on Hulu, and let's just say, or Spotify.
That's another thing. Netflix can get hacked too. Hulu, Disney Plus can get all these services, all these streaming services, these streaming platforms. They can all get hacked. Yo, this is crazy. This one hack that happened to this little application threatens every streaming platform we all have. That's why I mean it's a crisis. It's not just think streaming. Okay, take it away from Spotify. Just think streaming platforms in general and start to list every single one. This one platform got hacked and scraped. They took their ish. What about Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO? The list goes on. Amazon Prime. All of them are in question right now.
Says Johnson. Buying physical copies of movies, TV shows, and albums also enabled her children to appreciate music and cinema in a different way. Gen Z is a growing customer base for CDs, says Lloyd Starr, Chief Operating Officer at Discogs, an online marketplace for physical media. They're intrigued by a medium that's foreign to them, he said. For the younger generation, it's vintage. Oh, a part of me dies every time I see that word attached to CDs and DVDs.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
It's not vintage. And then the last post here from Lloyd Starr at Discogs says, he's a chief operating officer. He says, no doubt there is this huge cultural tension between AI and analog, and we see it especially when people are talking about Spotify. Music is more accessible than it's ever been before, but that kind of stripped us of our musical identity at the same time. And if that ain't a damn bar, I don't know what is. Oh no, Spotify, what are you gonna do? Oh no, Spotify, oh my gosh, Daniel Egg. Now you gotta grow your hair back. Oh shit, I know you pulling out the hair you don't got in your beard. Spotify, you played with artists for a long time, and it was only a matter of time.
Bro. Your music on Spotify, for any artists out there, you're getting a fraction of a penny, and it's not a quarter. Let's make that clear. You're getting a fraction of a penny. This is so disrespectful to any artist that makes art, because it's basically saying all these songs you make, it doesn't mean anything. You can rack up all the streams you want, but your payout is weak. Your payout is not good. Your payout is trash. But if you had about 1,000 of your fans buy your album that you sell for $10, you just made $10,000. You understand how many streams you would need on Spotify to make $10,000? You understand how long you would have to wait to get that little bag from Spotify if you had the fan base? This is why a lot of artists need to learn how to sell to their audience. But you need to learn the marketing and the business to achieve that. A lot of people don't realize if you're a top tier artist, you don't need millions of people listening to you. You only need about 50K people listening to you, maybe 30K. Sell that album to all them fans that are willing to buy. $12.99 for the album. You understand how much money you gonna you understand how much money you gonna make if you did that, bruh? That's crazy. Facts. A few of my older songs have over 100,000 plays, and it's hilarious how little I made from them. I made more money on Bandcamp easily. Crazy. Physical sales are always better. Facts. But in streaming, they took the idea of physical sales away from average artists. They got the dummies that made good music and said, yo, put it on our streaming platforms. You're going to get this payout from music. The more people that stream your music, it's the more money you going to get. And now you see the rappers like Young Thug, 21 Savage, run around and talk about, oh, nigga, I make hits. I make money off my hits when I stream it. Okay, go ahead and stream your music, dummy. Go ahead and stream your music, dummy. Like, bro, do it. Let's see how much money you really get. Bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is absolutely crazy. And I just love that the little predictions that I've been making, it's all starting to align. See, when I step into this whole business realm, I'm going to do my research and do what I need to do, you know? Is that my guy Anthony, bro? Yo, Merry Christmas, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and yours, to your family, everybody. Thank you for stopping by, bro. On God, favorite channel on the internet. Yo, relax, but thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you for real, man. Man, it's just, yo, all I'm trying to do, especially for Toronto, is just put people on game. I'm putting y'all on game. All you gotta do is watch the right videos. You're gonna learn something. That's all I'm doing. You know, that's why I'm going down this little rabbit hole. This helps the artists here. This helps the rappers that don't have the knowledge here. Where I can go with this, oh, buddy, the pathway is damn near clear. But I just wanted to start doing this because I want to make sure they know, like, yo, I'm being critical with y'all because I know y'all can do better. I'm being hard on y'all because y'all got to learn. Because if you don't do it, you know, you're not going to make your bands that you be flexing. And we know how you get that money for real. So, it is what it is, man. You got to jump. Yo, Vaughn, hey, do what you got to do. Take care. I appreciate you for stopping by. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and yours. Take care of yourself, bro. Real talk. Holy. But this right here, oh, Jesus Christ.
God see it all. God don't like evil. And y'all have been very evil. Y'all have been playing around with these ICE recruitment ads. You've been playing around with people's manyan. You've been playing around with their subscriptions. You've been playing around with authors and their audiobooks. You've been playing around with these bundles that have messed with songwriters' money. You've been playing around with artists that spent $100,000. Shout out to I think her name is Cara. Spent $100,000 on her album just to have Spotify take it down and say, "We think you got bots on there." She said, "Where?" Now y'all ass got hacked. And I'm sure this is only the beginning. This is a very vulnerable position to be in. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They'll split it up or will do what they gotta do. But you gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be careful in these tech positions because there's always someone or a group out there that's thinking to themselves, how can we even the playing field? And sometimes it's people that used to work for Spotify. I don't know anything. All I know is this is really, really interesting. As we get more information about this, I'll definitely update you. DIYers, what you think this is? This is a nuttin' burger? That's crazy. Nuttin' burger? Is this a nothing burger? Ew. Is this a nothing burger? Or do you think that this may be a very important point in this renaissance that we might be under? I don't know. Those are my thoughts, though, DIYers. You let me know what you're thinking.
Let me just say this, though. Shout out Zoo Gang for this CD. It's an EP. It has about 2 songs on here. But the fact that I can hold your music and I can just present your music like this. I know it's reversed, but y'all get the idea. The fact that I can show the people your music just like that. So all they gotta do is just a quick Google search and they find you. Bro, that's easy money right there. That's a potential buy right there when you drop a project. This is an EP. When you drop the full project, bro, just like that, easy. Bro, if more rappers around here that have good music started to do physical sales, I'm making a purchase. Because this is the easiest way to support somebody. You know, when we shifted from the physical to iTunes, I know iTunes is still around, but when we went from like the physical to iTunes, make it a little easier to get a project. You can still purchase it. It's about like $10 or so for an album. And, yo, money right there for the artist. But if the artist had physicals like this, that it can literally just sell at a concert and said, this is my project. You heard some songs off the project when I was performing. I would love for you to buy this, make that purchase, listen to the full project on a little Walkman CD player kind of situation. And, bro, we got the music just right here in our hands. Because this ain't working right now. Your phone is not working right now. It got hacked. They took away a lot from the library and said, y'all can download it now. Bro, yo, these streaming companies could be cooked. Because who knows? You can get bombarded with hacks now. Knowing that your walls are not, well, first of all, pause. But knowing that your firewalls are just weak. Because you didn't think you would have got hacked. But here we are today. Oh, my God, bro. Like, I hope they're in crisis mode because they better take this seriously. That's a big problem for them. Oh, my Jesus.